Hey everyone, this is Eric. Welcome to Beyond the Green Golf. So listen, today is going to be sort of an interesting subject. I'm sure that if everybody's ever looked at message boards and things like that, you'll see lots of people that have tons of opinions about this, and it varies very drastically. I used to work for a large golf retailer. I'm not going to say who it was. But I can definitely tell you one thing, guys. You have to be careful when it comes to buying equipment, all right, and where you buy it from. Every place is going to have, and I get it, everybody's price driven, and it makes a big difference. But the problem is, again, the large big box retailers have to pay for their square footage. It's leased every single month, and so on and so forth. So from that business model, the more that you go to them, yeah, you may get some decent prices, but you may not get the best service. So the difficulty there is, when you're asking questions, and I've heard this 1,000 times, can you bend investment cast golf clubs? The answer is yes. There are just some materials that are a little harder than others, and the range to which somebody would want to have it bend would be something that would need to be addressed as well. So yeah, that can happen, and yes, you can reshaft, the new adjustable OEM tips. Yes, you can. Even if you've broken it off, you can still get the old shafts out. There's lots of things that can be done that either, my guess is just probably lack of experience and the fact that, from the salespeople and some of the club makers that work in these places, as well as the fact that they don't pay people enough to have quality people in there. It's a business model that's worked out well for them. So again, don't forget that. I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. But anyway, this is not something that's going to be of a shock to anybody, I'm sure. So at that point, I see the trend in golf going backwards a little bit. And what I mean by that was there was a point in time where you had golf equipment that was being sold from green grass places. So when you went into a green grass facility, a majority of the time the people that were there knew a lot more about golf equipment than anybody else. Hence the reason that they were sold there. So I could absolutely see the model now that TaylorMade is sort of up for sale. I don't know if anybody realized that. And again, I've only read it online, so again, how much you can believe on there, I don't know. But anyway, the model that they've run with in the last few years, which is throwing a lot of equipment on the market, has also caused a lot of it to be devalued. I'm sure, again, I'm preaching to the choir for a lot of people. You buy a, $300, $400, $500 driver, you go out and play it once, and if you didn't like it for some reason or another, you go back and the value is absolutely nothing. Well, that's not really fair. I get it with cars, and I understand. But it doesn't really on paper seem to really be that fair. So at least if you went to a club maker that really knew what they were doing, he might have more options for you. He might not be able to return it, but he might be able to make some adjustments to it, especially if he did a good job fitting you. That might make a bigger difference for you and make the golf club more usable. So it's a big thing to consider. So again, what I'm going to surmise this whole video by saying is, be careful when you go in there. If you go in for balls and things, listen, I'm all about that. And shoes and clothing, they're going to have the best stuff, and it's going to be at the best prices by far, no doubt. But again, giving the smaller guys a little bit of business can help them grow and thrive. Yeah, so in the end, get with a club maker that knows what he's talking about, and he's willing to work with you. That can make all the difference in the world. This is a game that doesn't have to be as difficult as people make it. But being around the people that know what they're talking about can make an enormous difference for you the next time you purchase equipment. It can make a difference between immediate being able to use it and having to get used to it. Because that is not something that I believe in. I think the equipment should work from the second that you take it out of there. And it's a huge part of being a good club maker and finding out solutions for the people. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. Again, I hope this helps people with their equipment choices and the things that they're looking at in their game. And be on the lookout again for some other installments. We have a huge list of things coming in. All the comments. It's starting to inspire all kinds of future videos. So be on the lookout again, and continue to reach out and check me out on Facebook, as well as again, if you have any questions, comments, I'd love to hear from everyone. At beyondthegreengolf@gmail.com. Okay, other than that, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you soon.